video that I'm making on this channel, and let's just say that it's super late at night right now. I'm so tired. You can literally see, this is so embarrassing, but you can see my under eye bags, like, I'm so tired. But there's only a few opportunities that I can actually film at home in my house, and I finished work and I'm home now, and I figured that I would use this opportunity to film a video for you guys, since it's tough for me to find like a time where the house is like completely quiet. I do look like a wreck though. Like, now that I'm really looking at my eyes, I'm like, wow, you should be going to bed. But oh my god, that is so bad. That is so bad. Okay, anyways, it doesn't matter. Tonight we're going to be doing some book tapping. I have picked out an assortment of books. They're just sitting on my bed over there that I'm going to be tapping on, flipping through, and just, I guess, talking about. So let's get started. The first book I have here is The Hobbit. I'm terrible at tracing things. The Hobbit, The Hobbit, The Hobbit, The Hobbit. I picked this up while I was away on holiday with my boyfriend. It was our final day of holiday and we were heading home for, like, off our trip. And on the way we stopped at a local bookstore in, like, the area that we were staying. And we watched The Lord of the Rings. Over, like, the time that we were away, I watched it for the first time, but it's one of his favourite, like, trilogies. So he wanted me to also watch it and experience it. And I loved it so much that I wanted to buy the book, The Hobbit. I was originally going to read The Lord of the Rings, but he said that The Hobbit would be a good place to start. And look, I just haven't had a lot of time on my hands. I have not read that much. In fact, I've read like 2 pages, but I do plan on eventually starting this, and hopefully this year actually I'll finish it, because there's only like 300, it's only like 400, it's only 400 pages long, which is not a lot for me. I desperately need requests, video requests. I want to know what you guys want to hear. Do you want to hear tapping and no talking? Or do you enjoy my yapping? Because I yap a lot. Yeah. This cover. Very, very, very nice cover. And what is interesting about this book is that it is actually originally written in, I think it was first published in 1937, so this is a very, very, very old novel. Very old novel. And throughout this entire collection, you guys are going to learn that I love to, sorry, I hope that wasn't annoying. I love to collect books, but I am not the best at reading them. This next one, it is a bit raunchy actually, but it is a historical romance, which is one of my favorite genres. My all-time favorite genres of all time is historical romance. Just the way that I actually did read this whole book. The way that they're written are just so beautiful in the historical like writing. But when I say historical fiction, they were published recently, but they were written in like a historical way. This one is called A Night to Surrender. this book. I loved the characters in it. I loved the writing. I loved the author's humour. If you're looking to expand your reading, I guess like your library or anything, and you're looking for new genres to read, this is a must read. It was literally magnificent. Like, it is so funny. It's part of a series, actually. I think it's part of a trilogy. I believe it's part of a trilogy. I'm not sure. But this is an excellent read. I definitely recommend. It's for mature audiences. So if you're on the younger side, I wouldn't recommend. This would be like an over 18 book. Because there are some scenes that are like a bit. But yeah, if you're looking for a book to read that is maybe like a different genre, you want to try something new, this is brilliant. This is so brilliant. Excellent writing. I hope you guys can hear that. I'm not really sure if you can. Someone told me actually in my last video, I got a comment saying that they really enjoyed the lo-fi vibe of my videos, and then I should film more with the Apple mic and the low quality. And I do agree. I think that high quality ASMR is definitely brilliant, and it is like amazing, and so much work and effort and thought goes into it. But also just the videos of just like low quality, shitty camera, maybe not a professional microphone, can be just as relaxing. One of my favourite ever ASMR artists is Goodnight Moon. I love her. Her videos are what got me into ASMR, and when she does like a role play, she'll literally upload like 2 hours worth of content, and it's like watching a movie. It's brilliant. I love it. But this is Wicked. Let me know if you saw Wicked in cinemas last year, and let me know if you're going to go and see part 2 in cinemas this year. What is funny about Wicked specifically, I actually haven't read the book. I have it, but I haven't read it. Again, terrible at reading things. What is interesting is that me and my partner went and saw Wicked on my birthday. On like the day after it was released was my birthday, so we went and watched it then. And both of us, we didn't really like it at first. Actually, we had a whole conversation about how much we didn't like Wicked. And he even wrote, my boyfriend, he's a film nerd. He wrote a full paragraph on Letterboxd. If you don't know what Letterboxd is, it's basically a site where people like review films and then like post what they thought about it. He wrote a whole review about how much he did not like the movie Wicked, and then a couple of weeks later we both changed our mind, and now we are obsessed with Wicked, and we listen to the soundtrack in the car because it's such a good movie. I've never seen the play, although I would like to see the play. Maybe this is a little bit controversial, but I think that they dragged it a little bit with having 2 parts. Don't get me wrong, the movie was definitely like a must watch, and I loved it. I loved every moment of it. But I think having it in 2 parts was a bit of a drag, just because you have to wait an entire year to watch part 2. Personally, I'm not very good at waiting, so that's just me though. But we'll see. It's kind of like watching like how they come out with like the first movie and then the second movie. It's kind of like that, but different. I don't know. This is Alpha Bar. I got the movie cover. Alpha Bar. this is the green edition. They also had a like pink and green edition, but I got this one. Alphaba and Glinda. Alphaba and Glinda. Her dress is just so beautiful, and her blonde hair. And up here is pink, and then it transitions into green. Wicked by Gregory Maguire. Okay, let's see. We have dun, 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 dun. It ends with us. I saw this movie in cinemas last year. Made me cry. Such a good movie. Haven't read the book, but I've heard it's amazing. This cover is literally so beautiful. I never noticed until now, but the flowers that are here, they're like crushed. I don't want to give any spoilers for any of the books, so maybe we can read the blurb. That would be kind of fun. Sometimes the one who loves you is the one who hurts you the most. Lily hasn't had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She's come a long way from the small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, and started her own business. So when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems too good to be true. Ryle is assertive, stubborn, and maybe even a little arrogant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily, but Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do thoughts of Atlas. I can't say his last name, I'm totally going to butcher that. Her first love, and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. With this bold, deeply personal novel, Colin Hoover delivers a heart-wrenching story that breaks exciting new ground for her as a writer. It Ends With Us is an unforgettable tale of love that comes at the ultimate price. Wow. I did butcher the last names a little bit, so I'm sorry about that. I just tap away on things all day long. See, I have colour on my arms. Hair colour, like hair dye. It stains me. I do have a Kindle, but just something about holding a paperback book and the pages is so satisfying. It just makes me feel so smart. Okay, I have one more to share with you. And this one is one that I started reading, but it is massive. Like, very intimidating. Very thick, big book. It's like the size of my head. And we haven't started yet, but we will eventually. This one has over 800 pages, which is very intimidating. And it's crazy to me how this has 800 pages and this has 400 pages, and look at the size difference between that. Like, that is a thick book. The cover on this one is literally stunning. Like, the Priory this book is stunning. It's undeniable. It's just the truth. This book is absolutely stunning. She is gorgeous. I want this cover on a poster and on my wall. It's stunning. It's interesting because they have added in the first pages, we have a beautiful map, which I love books with maps. It just feels like extra thought and love has gone into it. I have heard from TikTok that this book is a work of art. Well, by the cover alone, I'd hope it would be a work of art. I'm sure it is. Never read it before. It's terrible. Terrible. But I think it has its own language, which is really interesting. Because if you go to the back of the book, there is different parts, and then even words that are written in the book, and then their meanings, which is really quite interesting. I love the idea of this. To be able to create not only an entire universe, but also an entire freaking language is crazy to me. That's insane. I'll read you one. Okay. I'm trying to find a good one. A cooney is a wild rabbit. Wait, I really hope these aren't actual real words, because I'm gonna look so silly if these are real words. I'm oh, they created them, and then it's actually a real word. An Ichi is a sea cow, an emmet is an ant. Foxfire, I can't read that. Garth is a small courtyard, and a girdle is a jeweled chain worn around the hips as a belt. Intelligencer is a spy, and a jerkin is a sleeveless jacket. A sleeveless jacket. I guess that's what you would call what's that called? A vest? Sleeveless jacket? Yeah. Okay. Even the spine is beautiful, stunning. Okay. It's getting late, my loves. It's getting late. It's getting late. It's getting late. It's getting late. And I have to go to sleep. And you do too. You do as well. So make sure to have a wonderful sleep. And if you watched this far, I love you. And I appreciate you.